What's happening, everybody? This is another training by the Masterminds with Us YouTube channel. I am one half of the Masterminds YouTube channel. I am Brian. So this training is going to be about effortlessness. And I've been talking on the shorts on Effortless. I've done my little bit of clickbaiting on the shorts just to encourage dialogue, encourage reflection, really encourage people to think in a new paradigm, right? Especially the ones that are in that paradigm of effort equals the only way that you get results, right? What I was saying in one of my shorts was saying that, like, imagine if, like, the reality is that a lot of the people that we see doing incredible things, they're playing the game differently. They're not playing the game with effort as the main driver of results. It's the idea of working higher, not harder. And it doesn't mean that that these people aren't putting in the work and putting in the effort. It just so happens is that they figured out how to drop the energy consumption on that effort. So there's this thing called flow state. And it's one of our most precious biological mechanisms that we have. Flow state calls upon so many different neurotransmitters, so much hormonal and biological activations. So a lot of people talk about how inside of our brains we have essentially a drugstore where we can release these drugs like dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine, things like that. And we can also get those neurotransmitters activated through external substances, right? But there are ways to organize your life in such a way that you get these releases all at once in a perfect balance, in a perfect soup. There is a soup recipe that happens internally once you align certain internal motivators with certain frameworks that then allow you to jump into these states of what they call peak performance or flow state, or forgot what the other one is, but peak performance, flow state. This realm of study then turns what would be effort, things that take energy and deplete you, and turn it into a smooth, pleasurable experience all the way through, which at the end result of those states, you get a treasure, a material treasure, or an end result, an outcome that also just adds to your life. So not only was it an effortless action, but you also got an outcome that then adds into your life more exponential gift. So this is what I call living an effortless lifestyle. It's about designing the way that you do the things that you do in order to get maximum impact. And then the way you designed it, it costed you just about nothing at all. This is when you turn it's almost a mystical model. There's this guy on YouTube named Myron Golden, and he talks about how, God's business plan for us was that he planted us in a garden instead of a bakery. And what he means by that is that in a bakery, consumptions leads to scarcity because you then need to replenish what's in the bakery, and there's a whole process for that, right? It doesn't replenish itself. But the way that we were planted was that we were planted in a garden. We were placed in a garden on earth. And that garden, the rules of the garden is consumption creates more abundance. So what that means is like, you eat an apple has like 16 20 seeds, and those seeds can be spread out to create more trees, to create more apples, and it's almost an infinite process. So this is what it's like to design your life, design your actions, design your activities towards flow state, towards peak performance, towards effortlessness. And that's what I would like to share with you guys today. I wanted to just go further into that video and really pique your interest, because if you subscribe to this channel and you can stay tapped in, and the closer you get to what Pam and I are doing, the closer you're going to get into these conversations, because this is what we're holding space for. We're holding space for a creative lifestyle. We're holding space here not for the worker lifestyle, but the creative lifestyle, the one where you can generate abundance and impact eventually with minimal effort. Thank you so much. This has been my training. This has been the Masterminds with Us YouTube channel. Subscribe, and see you in the next video.